Okay, in this video we're going to talk about scientific notation and how you can take very, very large numbers or very small numbers and rewrite them in a more usable format for us. This is actually a math skill I kind of expect you guys to already know how to do. I know it's something that has been taught in the other math classes, was taught in Earth Science your freshman year, so it should not be brand new to you. However, I do want to review that with you. So here's that video for you in case that you're not comfortable with scientific notation. If we take a look, here's two examples of moving numbers into scientific notation. So in this case, we have a very small number. In this case, we have a very big number. And when you're working with scientific notation, the idea is that you want to take your decimal and we want to get rid of all these extra zeros. We call them placeholder zeros, or we call them non-significant zeros. So we want to get rid of them. To do that, we have to slide this decimal over until we get to these measured values or the significant values within our number. So to do that, we got to slide this decimal over a certain number of spots. So we usually count it out. So we say we move it over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 places. So I moved it over 9 places, and then I can put the decimal between the two numbers, but since I shifted it 9 places over to the right, because it's a small number, then I add times 10 to the 9th power. And I use a negative sign to represent that it's been moving to the right, or we had a very small number. So the overall answer ends up being 5.5 times 10 to the negative 9. When you have a very big number, same process, except for you just move it to the left and you don't put the negative sign in. So if we count this, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Again, you always want to move between two numbers that are non-zeros to do your scientific notation. So the 5 and the 5 here. We've moved it 11 positions to our left, and that gives us a new value of 5.5 times 10 to the 11 grams. Okay, so let's put a couple more on the board for you guys to try, and then we'll see how we do with it. So if I start with a number of, let's say, 1, 0, 5. So that many meters, and I'll give you the number of 0.0. We'll do a really small volume for that, okay? Gigantic number and a tiny, tiny, tiny number. So we would not want to write this out in this form on any type of worksheet, lab report, or just any time in general at all. In fact, some calculators won't even let you put a number in like this. So we want to convert it to a more usable format. So in this case, we have a very big number, so I'm going to shift things to the left. There is no decimal that I can see, so the decimal must be sitting here. So I'm going to shift it to the left. So I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 places. And then I'm going to rewrite it as 1.05. I get rid of all these, what we call placeholder or non-significant zeros. And again, I went over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 spots. So it's times 10 to the 9th power. And again, we want to relabel for our meters. This number, we're starting on the left and we're going to work our way all the way to the right, so we're going to count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So I moved it 21 spots. Typically you move it just past the first number. It's not incorrect to go to here if you have a reason to do that, but that's not the standard way of doing it. So we end up having 3 point, leave the 7 and the 2, and that would be times 10, and I moved it 21 spots. Remember, we counted the 21, but since we moved it to the right, it's a negative 21 liters, okay? So moving to the left, we use a positive. Moving to the right, we use a negative. Negative sign tells you that you're going to be less than 1. Anytime that's a positive, that means that your value was more than 1. So these are ways to kind of know very small, less than 1, positive must be greater than 1. Okay, if you have further questions on scientific notation, please come get some extra help from me in class. I can help you out with that. That ends this video segment. Thank you.